every time I buy a gun, I have to have a background check done, which is a pretty big argument on the side of like, well, we just need more regulation and more background checks. And then people pro-gun say, well, we do have that. We do have that. There's a whole Steven Crowder video about it. Politically, I don't really care. I like guns. I like shooting them. I'm really good at it. But if the government wants to take the guns back, I don't really care. Just give me my money back.
Look, you may be okay with someone handing you money in order for you to forfeit your rights, but there is millions of Americans who understand that there is no dollar amount you could offer for them to willingly forfeit the only thing that keeps them from living a life of oppression. The thing that separates every other country from America are the freedoms that we recognize as natural God-given rights. You forfeit that, or you strip someone of those rights, and you might as well just be a number behind a cell.
Oregon's Measure 114 takes another hit as the Oregon Court of Appeals refuses to overturn a lower court ruling which put a stay on the entire law. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. Any like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. And to my Connecticut residents, plan on getting your Connecticut pistol permit. Please get that training done before July 1st. I'll go further and say you should turn your paperwork in before July 1st, 2024, because then after that it gets longer. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. If you already have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. Now, if you remember, I've done numerous stories on this. November 2022, the state of Oregon, by a slim majority popular vote, passed Measure 114, which is basically Oregon's assault weapons ban. This went into court, and a county circuit judge said, nope, Measure 114 is unconstitutional. I am putting a stay on it. Boom, that was November 2023. Well, the Oregon Court of Appeals has stood with the Constitution and stood with the good people of Oregon, and they have said, we are not going to overturn that judge's ruling. Let's come into here. Oregon court allows Measure 114 smackdown to stand for now. Oregon gun owners are breathing a little easier, unlike their colleagues north of the Columbia River, now that the Oregon Court of Appeals has decided not to override the ruling by Harney County Circuit Judge Robert Ratio that Measure 114 was unconstitutional last November. The state appealed, but the appeals court declined to override the judge's decision, at least for the time being, according to KGW. But Measure 114, of course, is their assault weapons ban, which pretty much any firearm that takes a magazine with a pistol grip, you know the song and dance, and also included magazines over 10 rounds, XYZ, you know all that. But responding to the decision, the Oregon Firearms Federation noted in a bulletin to its members and supporters, this is very good news in a very anti-gun state. We are grateful for the excellent work Attorney Tony Aiello is doing in this case. We are also grateful for the assistance from Firearms Policy Coalition and the Second Amendment Foundation in this matter. I wish the NRA would get off their ass and get involved. But, however, the organization cautioned members that this fight is far from over. True. And it is asking for donations to continue funding to lawsuits. I'll try to find a link to the donation part, because you obviously don't have to live there. Because I've said this repeatedly. What happens in other states has a direct effect around the country. Okay, don't think you're immune because you just happen to live in a state where they're, for now, firearm friendly. You're not. Some point, because what's going on in these blue states is what they want across the country. So keep that in mind. SAF and FPC are involved in one of the federal challenges to the measure, which was passed narrowly by voters in November 2022. But for the time being, as noted by KGW, Measure 114 remains on ice, which means they can't enforce it. KOIN News quoted a statement from the Oregon Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum. A quote, research indicates that mass shootings and gun violence have decreased in other states after adopting permit requirements and magazine restrictions. That's a lie. We are making a very reasonable request. Let Measure 114 take effect now so Oregonians' lives can be saved now. That's a lie. Okay? States that pass assault weapons bans and magazine bans, crime remains the same. Okay, it's just a bold-faced lie. Okay, as noted by Lagrange, observing this is how tight this was. The measure passed on the slimmest of margins with a 50.7% vote in favor of it. That's how tight it was. Okay. Then, of course, we went through all the court nonsense. It was challenged immediately, and this county district court judge said, unconstitutional. We've now gone to the appeals court. Appeals court says, no, this is unconstitutional. So you know that it's going to be in the next challenge. They're going to have to take it to the circuit courts. But this is, once again, fantastic news. Once again, especially Oregon being as anti-gun as it is, a judge is stepping in and saying, no, we're putting this on hold, on ice, whatever you want to call it, until these challenges can be met. So people in Oregon, like it says right there, this is not over. This is not over by a long shot. You know the state is going to appeal immediately. So this thing is going to bounce back and forth for a while. And it could go to the circuit court, and the circuit court could say, no, Measure 114 is constitutional, and you're right back where you started. So don't let up on the gas. Be vigilant. But this is great news for now. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.